versus the Jags, attacks in Lebanon, National Auto Day, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Mr. Shroyer and a sports report with Ian.
Today is Wednesday, September 25th, 2024.
You're live from Studio H12 in the Shore Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Welcome back. I'm Wyatt Firestone.
And I'm Violet Leak, and these are your top stories for today.
Defense officials and congressional sources say Congress failed to include an ad extension in stopgaps measure to keep the government open. According to the defense officials, the first of the military in packages, which is expected as soon as Wednesday, will total $375 million. However, the shipment of the weapons could be delayed due to dwindling stockpiles in the weapons and equipment that the U.S. is willing to send to Ukraine.
On Monday, Israel intensified its air campaign on Hezbollah, launching incessant strikes targeted at Iran-backed militant group in Lebanon. It marked the deadliest day of Israeli strikes on Lebanon since 2006 war and hit multiple parts of the country, mainly on the southern and eastern parts of the country near Lebanon's border and Syria, where the militant group has a strong presence.
Egg prices are spiking again. They jumped by more than 28% in August compared to 12 months ago. That's easily the biggest increase out of any food item tracked by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The main cause for rising eggs price is familiar. Bird flu. Birds are getting sick, meaning fewer eggs, so less supply, and thus higher prices at the grocery store. Even with the recent spike in prices, eggs aren't nearly as expensive as they were in the late 2022 and early 2023. Workers for Boeing say they felt pressure to focus on production speed over quality. According to a special investigation published Wednesday by the FFA, employees say they didn't feel trained enough to do their jobs. Boeing has been facing multiple investigations since a door plug blew off a 737 MAX flight in midair back in January. The FFA administration testified in June that the agency had taken, quote, too hands-off approach to regulating Boeing, but testified Tuesday that the company has made strides and continues to do so.
988 suicide and crisis hotline callers will soon get more localized help. The Department of Health and Human Services says callers will be directed to help centers based on their physical location rather than their phone number's area code. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides free emotional support to people in mental health crises. It operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In the 2 years since it launched, 988 has received more than 10 million calls, texts, and chats, according to government data.
And now let's check out our weather. Mr. Shroyer, what can you tell us?
Hey now, if you've been outside in the last couple days, walking your dog and feeling the sweat dripping off your head, especially if you have no hair, then you're going to like what's after this break. We're going to talk about the weather and more. Stay tuned.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Right now you're wondering,
What's next? Well, Lee University specializes in helping you find your next path, your education, your calling, your faith. Wherever you feel led, we know you can make a difference. That's why your Lee family will be with you to guide the way. No matter what twists and turns lie ahead, you can expect something great from Lee University.
Welcome back. I'm Gwen Shroyer with your weather or not. According to the 2 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, the storm that is currently stationary with winds of 40 miles per hour in the tropic area will watch its effect for the cities of Punta Maldonado to Salina Cruz. The name of this storm is John and is expected to drop 6 to 12 inches of rain. Also in news, 2 people are missing in the Italian town of Montechina Val di Cecina in the Emilia-Romagna region after a roof they had taken refuge on to escape rising floodwaters which collapsed. According to the Italian officials, more than a dozen rivers could top their embankments in the region. The central northern Italy, which is the Tuscany area, the country's deputy commissioner of transportation, he warned that at a press conference in Rome Thursday. Totally botched that. People who live along the river canals have been ordered to leave their homes. Now on to local weather. Here's a look at our hour-by-hour trends for today. You can see that we have rain, lots of it, 80%, which that 80% actually means 80% of our local region or those viewers in our region will receive rain. Showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be hot. 70 degrees, that's going to be muggy. Tomorrow, we're probably going to see the same, but you can see throughout our day, lots of rain. Not going to have any relief till the evening, but we still probably have lots of rain coming up after that. Next, we have your local radar, which is showing clear in the immediate time period, but it's going to change rapidly. So watch out. Get out your ponchos, your headgear, and your umbrellas. Here's your national radar. Take a look at this big swath of moisture heading from Dallas, Houston area all the way up into New England and covering most of eastern Canada. It's going to be torrential. Also notice the little crazy amount of rain outside of Tampa. That's coming for us too, folks. All right, here's a look at our 7-day forecast. You'll take note that we have 3 days glistening in red with rain, mostly 70s, both of our weekend days, Saturday and Sunday, 77 and 80 is our high, mid-60s low. A little bit of moisture there, no relief until Monday with a 20% chance of rain, and we're looking at pretty much the same on Tuesday. That's all I have for weather, and here is Ian Wagner with your exciting sports report.
I'm Ian Wagner, and today we look at some pro football scores and much more.
McDonald's is honored to serve our communities. McDonald's would like to give the opportunity to come join their team at one of their 11 locations. McDonald's has 5 locations in Cleveland and locations in Athens, Sweetwater, Madisonville, Etowah, Ocoee, and Ottawa. It's as simple as texting APPLY to 38000 or dropping by one of their 11 locations for an application. They offer flexible schedules, tuition assistance, and competitive wages. Come join the winning team at your local McDonald's.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford, and together,
we are Cleveland Ford!
Welcome back. I am Ian Wagner, your sports. There are many words to describe quarterback Josh Allen's performance Monday Night Football. Accurate, elusive, stupendous even, historic. However, is the one that continued to follow the quarterback as he led the Buffalo Bills to a 47-10 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars to keep Buffalo a perfect 3-0 for the first time since 2020. The Bills have had 5 straight touchdown drives in the first half to take a commanding lead after a long stretch between games as they last played on September 12th against the Miami Dolphins. It may have resembled the real thing if New York Jets supporters were asked to envision in a realistic way how they wanted their Thursday night football matchup against the New England Patriots to unfold. With Aaron Rodgers leading the way 27-35 for 281 yards, 2 touchdowns, the Jets dominated their former rivals 24-3 to raise a record of 2-1. They outgained the Patriots 400-139 overall. Here's a look at our final scores from the games last night. Well, the Cubs beat the Phillies. Let's go. Tigers beat the Rays 2-1. The Brewers beat the Pirates 7-2. The Guardians beat the Reds 6-1. Royals beat the Nationals 1-0. The Orioles beat the Yankees 5-3. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 6-5. And the Braves beat the Mets 5-1. White Sox beat the Angels 3-2. Why are they good all of a sudden? Marlins beat the Twins 4-1. The Astros beat the Mariners 4-3. Cardinals beat the Rockies 7-3. A's beat the Rangers 5-4. And the Giants beat the Diamondbacks 11-0. And lastly, the Padres beat the Dodgers 4-0. 4-2, I meant. That's all I have for sports. Stay tuned for Vox News right after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
At your Geico local office, we know that time flies. But when you bundle your coverage with Geico, you could save money all year long. Contact your local agent to get personalized service and even more savings.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
Welcome back. Brenda Potter of Cumberland County is recovering after being hit by a car involved in a police chase. The Tennessee Highway Patrol attempted to stop a speeding Nissan Altima on I-40, but the driver didn't pull over, crashing into Potter's truck. She was flown to a hospital with multiple injuries, but is now home, grateful to be alive. A GoFundMe has been set up to help her during her recovery.
John Thomas, 63, was found dead after being the subject of a silver alert issued in the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation over the weekend. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation had issued a silver alert for a man missing from Oak Ridge who was last seen on Thursday. Oak Ridge Police reports said that Thomas was leaving for work. At that time, authorities say nearly 400 people go missing in Tennessee each year. That's 5 people for every 100,000.
A 16-year-old is charged with criminal homicide in connection with an August shooting on Oakland Avenue in Chattanooga. Around 3:30 a.m. on August 7th, police responded to a shooting that led to a car crash and found 2 teenagers injured. A 16-year-old was found with life-threatening injuries and died after being taken to a hospital. An investigation found he was shot while driving and continued to drive a short distance before the car crash and flipped onto its top.
A 5-year-old reportedly fired a gun and injured his leg at a Chester Frost Park campsite. According to the Hampton County Sheriff's Office, rangers and other authorities responded to a reported traumatic injury at the park's campground Saturday. The office said in the news release they found the child had been left inside his family car and was playing with a gun inside.
Today is September 25th, which means it's National Lobster Day. National Lobster Day recognizes the expensive meal of the lobster statue as a prized delicacy in the world over. But the hard work and dedication of the lobstermen that catch the 120 million pounds of it each year in the U.S. lobster is not just a Maine tradition, but an American family tradition. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
You will also find more online on our website, BCHS.TV.
Remind your friends to like, subscribe, and share on our YouTube channel, BCHS Bear Network.
Tune in each weekday for our newscast. You just can't get out of Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 in the Shroyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School.
And as always,
God
bless you, go Bears.